Guys, you gotta start preparing. The end is coming! Hello geeks, geekettes, and chibi geeks! Welcome to our channel. I want to get right into it because I really like this one. Woo! Alright guys, there's lots of rumors flying around right now about the end of the world and the apocalypse and we're all gonna die. So in light of all of these disastrous things that are happening, we decided to make a video on what we would use if there was ever a zombie apocalypse, because zombies are awesome and I love zombies, and there's a little part of me that really wants a zombie apocalypse. You could be Rick Grimes, cause you're Rick.
No.
So this video is going to be about our top survival weapons that we would use if we had to battle the undead, and it's also going to be a list of things that we would carry in our bags, or our bug-out bags, if we were traveling along and we were stuck outside and we had to survive. Because of this video, I wore my Evil Dead shirt today.
Yes.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yes.
Because I love Evil Dead. I would be very happy if the zombie apocalypse happened because someone didn't say the right words to picking up the Necronomicon. That'd be a pretty cool way to go.
Klaatu, Marada,
So this is what we're going to do. We're each going to list a long-bladed weapon, a short-bladed weapon, some type of axe, tomahawk, something like that, and a long-range weapon. In our bags, we're going to list 3 things that we would carry. Obviously, one of us is going to be carrying a first aid kit, so we're going to list what would be in that first aid kit as well. Now, in this situation, obviously, me and Rick will be together, so we will be able to share the objects in our bag as well as our weapons. We're not doing like who has a better bag. We're doing how can we survive.
Long blade to me is anything over like 5 to 6 inches. And I would go with a K-bar, a military combat knife.
I would want a katana because, Michonne, come on. I think the most practical weapon to have would be a full-tang machete. Full-tang's most important because you want the blade to go all the way down to the handle so it doesn't break when you're trying to slice through zombie brains. Yes.
The older-fashioned one would be a Swiss Army knife with a sharpened blade because you have all the tools there. Or what they call today multi-tools, which are the ones that butterfly open and they have pliers and all the tools in it with a fixed blade on there, or a foldable blade, I should say.
My short blade would be a Sawback Bowie full-tang survival knife. Look at it, it's so pretty!
United Cutlery, it is an M48 Tomahawk. Awesome, awesome piece of equipment, or weaponry, or tool.
Mine would be the Recon double-headed throwing axe. Look at this thing! What is this? What is this?
Probably a bow and arrow, because it's silent. You can make arrows out of twigs and branches, and you could get more of a rapid fire.
My weapon of choice would be a crossbow. Plus, you know, Daryl. Daryl with his own.
Now, a lot of you might think guns and all, but in reality, the downfall for guns is you need a lot of ammunition, and if you're on the run, that ammunition becomes heavy, and once you're out of ammunition, your firearm is useless.
Plus, for those of you who have seen The Walking Dead, you know sound attracts people, it attracts zombies. You don't want that at you. You want to be able to kill your deer, get your food, and go. And for those of you that have seen The Walking Dead, you know that in the apocalypse, people are just as dangerous as zombies are, because they're going to kill you and possibly eat your leg. So now we're going to do the 3 items that are going to be in our bag. Once again, me and Rick are going to be a team together, so the items that we use are going to be used together.
As everybody knows, it's food, water, and shelter. However, you got to have first aid and sanitation, which is all in the same category, and protection, because if you're not healthy, you're not going to be able to survive, and if you can't protect your other stuff, you're not going to be able to survive.
I would take a survival shovel and trenching tool. Now, if we're not near a stream or a river or anything like that, that could be really helpful if it starts raining and we can get our water from there. But in order to do that, you need fire in order to make it sanitary to drink. So along with an entrenching tool, I would also have a magnesium stick. I take a magnesium stick because matches can get wet. Even if you get the waterproof ones, they're going to run out. A magnesium stick is just, it's the easiest because it's one little strike, sparks, goes on your kindling, and the last thing I would take is I'm going to be the one carrying the first aid kit. And we will talk about what's in the first aid kit in a minute.
I would have paracord, which would be part of our shelter. A tarp, which would be our shelter. I would have a container so we can get our water, and it would be stainless steel. That way we can heat it up to decontaminate it.
Let's just go through the 5 elements. So we have food, which we can get from our weapons. Water, which we can get from either a stream or a river. We can dig a hole to get rainwater. We can then sanitize it with our magnesium stick and boil it. And then we can put it in our container to take with us. So our water is covered. Shelter is covered with the paracord and the tarp, because you take the paracord and put it between 2 trees and then just tarp right over it. First aid, we have the first aid kit, and protection because we have weapons.
And also for food, you can make traps, and that's the main thing, because again, you're not going to always be able to stab a live animal. You're going to set traps.
If you know how to make a trap, you're like set. Just set a couple up, know where they are, and you will be good to go. And finally, we're going to talk about what is going to be in our first aid kit. Remember, this is the very beginning. We just had to like pack up all of our stuff because there's a bunch of, I don't know what a situation would be.
First thing would be bandages, which would include band-aids, gauze pads, which would be your 2x2s, 3x3s, 4x4s, gauze wrap, tape, ace bandage, yeah, I would use that as well. It
would also be really important to bring space blankets, because we don't want no hypothermia up in here.
No.
Not up in here!
Scissors, tweezers.
All things for cutting and getting things out of your skin. Next thing would be burn cream, because I don't want to be making no fire and be burning my hand off and being like, oh my god, now it hurts so bad.
Also would be, in addition to the burn cream, antiseptic, first aid cream, sting cream, a snake bite kit. Also going to be in there an N95 mask, which would be preventative for any airborne illnesses.
The next thing we would have is gloves, because gloves are super important.
Also, we would have potassium iodide pills in case there's any radiation that we would need to protect our thyroid from.
Plus, if you've played Fallout, which who hasn't? And also comment below on who's super excited about Fallout 4 coming out. Oh my god! For those of you who have played the Fallout series, you know that radiation can be a serious problem in a post-apocalyptic world. So get your Pip-Boy and take those iodide pills, because you don't want no radiation up in here. No ghouls in my house! Please comment down below. I would love to hear other things that you would like to take with you or things that you think are essential. Alright guys, so make sure you subscribe if you want to get notifications of when new videos come out. Make sure you like it so that I know to make more videos like this. And make sure you share this to anyone that would find it helpful or interesting or funny or whatever. I don't know. I love you.
I love you.
You'd be the best zombie apocalypse partner ever.